Alright, so here we have this Cuisinart chopper. It comes with this base. Now, you can chop in the base. I personally don't chop in the base. So I usually chop on a cutting board. It's easier that way. That way you don't have to limit what you have in there. You can take off for cleaning, for easy cleaning. Now the inside doesn't come out, you just have to clean it in there. And you can have push down and the blades rotate. That's how it chops up everything. And you can take it off. That's for easy cleaning. Usually what I'm using this for is when I'm chopping up lots of stuff. I want to make like a pesto sauce. I want to make a salsa and chop up the garlic really finely, or I have a lot of garlic, I want to chop them all up really finely. Or if I'm going to have some really diced onions, I want to dice my onions. There we go. So that thing's back on. That's what I usually use this Cuisinart for. So you can do herbs as well, like if you want to make a pesto sauce. I don't have any herbs on me right now, nothing fresh, so we're just going to chop up some lettuce. You can see how it works on the herbs. If you do a little bit, you get a little bit of chop, but if you go for a long time, you should do 20 or so. Starts to get really fine. You can see also, you'll notice that it's the stuff's gonna stay on the side too. That's natural. You have to clean it off or take it out. It's not going to come off easily, especially if you have wet herbs, because when you chop them, they get wet because of all the moisture inside. Same with when you're doing garlic. So I like this better than other chops of garlic because you can get really small with it. So after about 40 chops, it gets to this size. I often actually chop it even finer than that, maybe 60, 80, 100 chops. And it's just pushing down, pushing down, pushing down on this thing. And again, the stuff's gonna stick on the side. You can clean that out. Or maybe you want to chop up some nuts. Works just as well. There it is after 40 chops. See, it doesn't take very long. Your nuts are really nice and chopped really tightly. There's a nice little, still the stuff is on the side, that's gonna happen. Or maybe you're trying to make some breadcrumbs. Maybe you want to add a nice little topping to a casserole. Maybe use some Cheez-Its. Or some other crusty bread like a pretzel. Make a nice little fine grain. Maybe you want to take some hot Cheetos and make it like a bread coating for your fried chicken. Well, that'll work too. Doesn't need as much chop maybe to get it very small. You can see 20 there. Nice and small if you look at it. You can go back and do some more. So we have some nicely finely chopped Cheez-Its. If you want to have something nice and finely chopped, this thing is a pretty good device to do all the chopping for you. It doesn't take much time. The only trouble is going to be to clean it up later. As you can see, that will just wash off. But as you look inside the blades, you see the blades have some stuff in there that you got to rinse out. And that's the hard part. You can push it out, but you cannot take the blades off, so you're just gonna have to wash it like this. You know, your normal washing, you just wash it as you would normally wash something. Probably can go in the dishwasher, but to be safe, I'm not gonna use a dishwasher for this one, just because that will probably make it a lot easier to break for later. So anyway, that is the Cuisinart hand chopper. It can do a lot of dicing really quickly, really finely, especially if you don't want to touch the garlic with your hands. My hands are still nice and clean because the only thing that touched it were the blades.